So, a friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, just because he has nothing to do with this at all, went and mentioned something about ranting about the area that you live in, which gave me the idea. Yeah, I'm doing the dishes. But anyway, which gave me the idea to rant about Main Street in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Now, I have to walk down Main Street every day to go to and from work. And it is, well, gotta watch. Keep an eye out for anything, you know, because I could get robbed. I have been robbed on Main Street a few times. Years ago, years and years ago, I think it was like in the 90s, there was a pastor at my church that said that, you know, everybody on Main Street is a drunk Indian. Really? No, that's not true. That's not true at all. I mean, there's a lot of drunks. There's a lot of Indians or natives on Main Street. There's also a lot of huffers and coke addicts and, you know, other drugs and stuff. You know, most of the time, walk down Main Street and there's people, you know, there'd be like the, you know, drugged up woman walking with a stroller with her kid in it, asking people if they want to buy T3s or some other kind of pills and whatever. It's like, really? You got your kid with you? You're doing that shit? Wow. You know, it's like bad parents everywhere. Bad people everywhere. There's a lot of good people everywhere too. You know, now going back to all these huffers and stuff on Main Street, like, if you don't know what a huffer is, it's somebody, I think I'm using the correct term. Anyway, it's somebody who, I don't know where I put that. Anyway, here we go. They take a little cloth, right? And they pour solvent or Lysol or, hey, look at that. Lysol. They pour that on the cloth and they inhale it. You know, they usually have it balled up in their hand, and you know, and a lot of times you see them staggering around with the cloth in their mouth, right? And so when they're breathing, it's getting into their system, and it's like, it's not good at all. I mean, these people, you look at them, they must not have any clue where they are or what's going on. They're just walking along, pants are falling off of them, and it's just like, wow. How on earth can people live like that? I don't know. I've never understood that at all. You know, and a lot of them, okay, and a lot of them aren't even native. There's a lot of white people on Main Street that do that too, you know, and there's just like a certain area of Main Street that's the worst, and it's right outside of the Salvation Army Booth Center. It's like a homeless shelter for people to, you know, they rent rooms and you can stay for the night, you can, you know, whatever. The sad thing is, you know, you get a room for the night, and then in the morning, after they serve you breakfast, they kick you out for the entire day. You know, they let you in at noon to give you lunch, and then they let you in later on in the evening to feed you supper. But they don't let you in to the rooms at those times, right? They just let you into like the dining hall or whatever. And it's like, so during the day, you got all these people crowded outside of the building, you know, spewing onto the street, and they're like all over the place, you know. And late at night, or even in the afternoon on my way to work, I'll see a bunch of them like sleeping on the corner, you know, because they're not allowed in the building to sleep. You know, and most of the time they're sleeping off their drunk, you know, like they've been drinking all night, so they're sleeping it off during the day. And that's just honestly no way to live at all. But something needs to be done about Main Street in Winnipeg. Somebody needs to go down there, enforce the law. Like, you know, once in a while you'll see the police or the neighborhood watch or whatever come down and talk to these people and kick them out of the area. But they always come back. They always do that, and you know, and they're always stuck in the same little rut every single time. And honestly, that's no way for anybody to live. And I just feel sorry for these people, but at the same time, I don't know what to do. Hopefully this video reaches the right people with the right kind of sense and motivation and power to actually do something about it. Like, you know, like set up some kind of program or whatever. Like I've always said, all of these people with nowhere to go, they need like an apartment building somewhere that they can actually live in and be, and you know, like, and be in any hour they want, not like kicked out on the street for the whole day. Because that right there is what's making our city look bad, is the whole fact that they're all on the street with nowhere to go because they got kicked out of the place that they were sleeping in. And it's pretty sad, and something needs to be done about it, like pronto, right away. Yesterday it should have happened. Like, seriously, I mean, and this has been going on for years and years and years, and nobody's done anything about it. They just leave them out there, you know, and you got them staggering around, making our city look bad. And like, well, how does that look for tourists coming into the city and seeing that crap? Like, I know every city's got their bad sides, and you know, they probably have little areas that are the exact same. What is the government doing to clean that up? Like, do they even want to clean that up? Is, you know, like, I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing. And I really, really hope something happens to clean that area up and make it look nice. And, you know, like people walking through, like me, for instance. I walk through there and I see all of this, and it just, like, I want to help them. Like, if I had a whole bunch of money, like an unlimited amount of money, like every single day, I would walk down that street and every single homeless person, I'd give them like 20, 50, 100 bucks. Just, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Until they actually used it for something useful, you know, like actually, you know, like food, food, clothing, better place to live, something like that. I mean, give somebody $100 a day for a whole month, right? That's like roughly 30 days in a month. So that's $3,000 a month. Keep doing that, right? Like first couple weeks or so, yeah, they're probably going to do what they're used to and go to the bar and drink it away and, you know, buy more solvent for their little cloth or buy drugs with it or do whatever with it, you know, for the first couple weeks. And then they'll like, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting this every day, right? And they'll get smart and they'll start saving it up. And like $350 to $500 every month they could just put aside and use that for their rent, and then use the rest of the money for clothing and food and other basic necessities. There you go. But nobody has that kind of money to give every single one of them that much. And that's the sad part. You know, the government could do it if they wanted to, but they're not. They're just letting them do whatever. And I think that's one of the big reasons why the Native community has such a dislike for the government, for the police, you know. And if they actually showed some compassion and helped them out, this world would be a better place to live. And so far that's not happening, and it's pissing me off because I can't do anything about it by myself. I don't know. Any suggestions? There's an email address way down at the bottom of the description box below. Email me if you have any suggestions, if you want to help out, if there's anything, you know, like form a group or something on Facebook to help these people out with, you know, like different suggestions and whatever. I don't know. Anything at this point would be very much appreciated.